Hi, my name is Gunther Wellenstein. I am the Solid Waste and Recycling Coordinator for the City of Lowell. Thank you for joining us on another episode of Recycle Right. This episode is to assist you in recycling properly, putting the material into the right container. The city provides 3 collections: a trash collection, a recycling collection, and a yard waste collection. Specifically today we want to talk about plastics. Plastics can be very confusing because they come in rigid containers, which are acceptable in the recycling, and film or soft plastics, which are not acceptable. And here I have examples of rigid plastics. Rigid plastics are things that are containers, and containers from the kitchen, from the bathroom, and even from the laundry. So an example would be the mayonnaise, exactly recyclable. Make sure the cap is put back on. Then we have milk and the gallons of milk or water jugs, again with the caps on. Orange juice or lemonade, quick rinse with the cap on. From the bathroom or from the laundry, we have shampoo containers. Give them a quick rinse. You don't need to spend too much time with hot water and soap. One of the important things is with refills, you want to take off the pump head. This does not go into the recycling. So this container, just as it is clean and empty, will go into your recycling. From the kitchen, you might end up with things that are takeout containers. You might have clamshells. Any of the clamshells, anything that's been part of a food product or takeout container, unfortunately is not recyclable. And most importantly, if it's black, this will be invisible to the sorting equipment because the conveyor belt is black. And if they can't read it, it ends up in the wrong container. So anything that's a black plastic like this will go in the trash, and anything that's a clamshell or takeout will also go into the trash. So we want to stick to the rigid plastic containers as you see them here and at lowellrecycle.org. The other category of plastics is what we would call soft plastic or film plastic. This does not hold its shape. You probably won't find this in the refrigerator or in the pantry. Things that are really important to consider is that single-use plastic bags, effective this past January, are banned at large grocery stores, convenience stores, and like gas station stores, or bakeries, you might still find these. But these, even though they have the recycling symbol, do not go into your curbside recycling. Do not use them as containers, meaning filling them up and putting your recyclables in your recycling. Sometimes these bubble wrap things that come in shipping containers may also have the recycling symbol. Don't let that mislead you. If it's a film plastic, either the small or the large bubble wrap, these will go into the trash, not into the recycling. Other categories of film plastic might be from produce and from, this one's also from the grocery store, but you have saran wrap and Ziploc bags. All of these, plus the wrap that comes around a case of paper towels, the wrap that comes around a case of water bottles, is film plastic. All of these, as long as they are empty, clean and dry. Empty means take out the receipts. Empty means take out the onion peels or whatever was in there. bag them all together, fill up the bag, and when the bag is full, this is called return to retail. Hannaford, Market Basket, Kohl's, Anton Cleaners, Staples, Trader Joe's, all of those retailers will be glad to take your film back. It's very recyclable when it's clean and dry through their process. Unfortunately, if it ends up in the recycling cart, it's not clean and dry anymore. It gets all tattered and torn, gets caught up in the equipment. So recycle it and return to retail.
Have you ever noticed that recycling bin for plastic bags in front of your grocery store or other big retail store? It's actually not just for recycling plastic grocery bags. You can bring back all sorts of plastic film packaging for recycling, like bags for newspapers, produce, bread, even dry cleaning. Plus, you also can recycle the plastic wraps that protect cases of water bottles and packs of diapers, bathroom tissue, paper towels, and more. You can even recycle plastic packing bubbles and shipping pillows in these bins. Just make sure your bags and wraps are clean and dry. Not sure if your bag or wrap is recyclable? Check if it's stretchy and not crinkly, or look for the How to Recycle label on the bag or wrap. This plastic film packaging helps protect and transport products safely and deliver fresh food to your dinner table. Make sure to put these plastic bags and wraps in store drop-off bins instead of your curbside recycling cart. The machines at many of today's recycling facilities are not designed to recycle plastic bags and wraps. So for now, take them to a storefront bin. What happens to these bags and wraps? They can be recycled into new products, such as beautiful backyard decking, playground equipment, park benches, shopping carts, and bags. Plus, more and more companies plan to use recycled plastic bags and wraps to make even more products, such as trash can liners and crates. So please do your part to recycle more plastics. Recycle your plastic bags and wraps at stores and look for products made with recycled plastics. To learn more about companies that use recycled plastics and where you can recycle your plastic bags and wraps, go to plasticfilmrecycling.org.
Aside from plastic bags, other common items that are problematic at the recycling plant are what we call tanglers. So you want to leave these items at all costs. You want to leave these items out of your curbside recycling. And that includes string lights like Christmas lights. It includes garden hoses, chains, textiles is another category that you want to leave out of your recycling. So anything that can wrap around the sorting equipment will cause problems at the facility. Very often they'll shut down the plant. Imagine, whole plant is shut down, 34 people have to stand idle while the equipment is cut out, bags, cords, belts. So you really want to help the process by not including anything that tangles cords, chains, hoses, and the such in your curbside recycling. I wanted to tell you about a very important event that's coming up this spring, and that is the city's Household Hazardous Waste Day. It is for all Lowell residents, not just if you have curbside trash and recycling collection, but if you are a resident of the city of Lowell and you can bring a driver's license or a tax bill that indicates you are a resident, we're more than happy to have you at the event. A couple of things to keep in mind. It is on Saturday, May 4th. The doors open at 8 o'clock. The last car will come in at 12 noon, but we do require folks to pre-register. So 2 ways to do that. LowellRecycle.org, click on Household Hazardous Waste Day, follow the instructions, and sign up for a time slot. We only have 110 cars spread out over the 4-hour event. So if you're available, for example, 9:30 to 10 o'clock, pick that time frame. It will provide you a boarding pass. That entry pass, that ticket for the event is free. There is no charge to register for Household Hazardous Waste Day. When you come through the queue, because there's about 10 cars in that half hour, you might have 5 or 6 in front of you, 5 or 6 behind you. Once you reach the front, there will be a nominal fee for your hazardous waste. Lacquers, thinners, solvents, herbicides, pesticides, paints, all of those kind of things that are hazardous material have a nominal charge of $2 a gallon or $2 a pound. Please keep in mind that we don't want you to consolidate. Don't mix this and that together because it could create a chemical reaction. Chemical reactions have been known to heat up, boil over in your car. be corrosive in a container. So please make sure you leave everything in its original containers with original labels, and our chemists will look through what you have, and we will measure sort of a combined for the $2 per gallon or $2 per pound. Many items are free at Hazardous Waste Day. We take propane tanks for free, medical sharps are free, fluorescent light bulbs are free. So check out the website, lowellrecycle.org. Get a list of all the items that are available and accessible to be dropped off. Many of them have a fee and some of them are free. Register. Please register. We do not have the room this year for walk-ins. I anticipate it being a sold-out event. So lowellrecycle.org to pre-register for this May's Household Hazardous Waste Day. And as always, if you have questions, call the Solid Waste and Recycling Hotline at 978-674-4309. Again, 674-4309 to speak to somebody in the Solid Waste and Recycling office about assisting you in registering, or if you have questions about products that you can bring to Hazardous Waste Day. The primary reason for bringing you this information is putting improper stuff into your recycling, which we call contamination, is very expensive. Very expensive to the city, very expensive to the recycling processors. So when you recycle right, and we provide clean material to the sorting plant, they can package that and export it as a commodity for sale. If Lowell provides contaminated material, then they need to slow down the conveyor belt, they need to add personnel, additional costs for that, and the material they take out as contamination is back-charged. In the past contract, we didn't see any charges for contamination. However, as of January of 2019, we have a very costly contamination fee schedule. It could cost up to $500,000 for the city of Lowell that is providing contaminated material. So you will see door hangers, you will see rejection notices, you will see citations or tickets on your recycling if it has contaminated material. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Recycle Right. If you have any specific questions, absolutely reach out to us. You can send us an email at recycle@lowellma.gov. You can call the Solid Waste and Recycling Hotline at 978-674-4309. And you can also get the app. Download our free app on the Droid and on the iPhone. It's called Lowell Recycle. Put in your street address and you'll get our weekly reminders and updates.